The 31st of this month. Let's get it in. Let's go. It's still May, baby. Let's get the name is Law Nation. Without deviations or hesitations to this matter, Cowboy Nation, be sure to tell the like button to lean forward just a little bit. And give it a smash. Yo. We're going to talk about the necessary investment as relates to toughness, the mental capacity, but also we got to talk about CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, that's right. Cowboy Nation. Also, this episode could be seen on Roku TV as well as Amazon. Let's go. Cowboy Nation, be sure to understand that just because Jerry Jones speaks glowingly of the team and of the players don't mean that it's a knock on someone else. No. He just loves his team. We love our team too. Right? Shout out to Jackson State. D.I. love as well. Shout out to everyone that's watching right now. Really appreciate you guys so much. Let's go. Slapping that like button. I appreciate y'all. One thing we all adore. Fame. We stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame. Turn me up. It's Mr. Nasty time, huh? Yeah. Turn me up more. Come on. All right. Enough of that. What's up, C. Nick? Appreciate you. BD Gray. Antone, appreciate you. Shout out to you. MVP, VIP, Lovey Brown, appreciate you. Cowboy Nation, let me know if my audio's straight. If it's too high, I need to turn it down. Let me know. All right, I think the little ones was in here the other day, and they kind of moved some stuff around. But it is what it is, Cowboy Nation. The name is Law Nation. And we're going to talk about, CeeDee Lamb and, of course, everything that's going on. First and foremost, Cowboy Nation, don't let someone else change your point of view unless it makes sense to you. Write that down, okay? I've been saying this for a long time, and those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. And last I checked, this paper, it don't win you games. And that's right, Jametta. This paper, Cubio 88, and that's right, it don't win you games. And what a lot of people tend to do is they look around and they say, all right, look what this team did. Look what that team did. Granted, L.A. Rams can talk right about now. They can talk. They can talk all type of stuff that they want. But no one else can. They need to hush. Shout out to you, B. We appreciate you for the donation already, man. Appreciate you. He says, what's good, Law? It's about that time. Football time approaches. Yeah. And we got all of our guys not in the news this past weekend, and that's a good thing, Cowboy Nation. The guys are locked, loaded, and they focus in. I knocked on some wood, so you guys knock on some wood now. But these guys are locked, loaded, and focus in. The wide receiver room, let me pull up the wide receiver room. Somebody's not going to make it. Let me repeat, somebody not going to make it. And if you guys can see, it's to my left, and it will be to the right of the screen on your side. Somebody is not going to make it, Cowboy Nation. That is the reality of it. Iron sharpens iron. Steel sharpens steel. Look, you can take an axe, your sharpest axe, and start knocking down some trees. But when they get dull, it would never get sharpened again unless you have stone or iron, right? Something else that can really sharpen that particular part of that axe so it can get back to cutting. And the Cowboys, they need to look into this real talk. and get back to cutting. It's small, yeah. And Jametta, either it was big, you can't see it. Oh, let me see. The power of law. I'm stretching it out. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Now you won't be able to have it all on there, right? But somebody on this situation that I'm looking at, and this is no particular order, I'm just pulling this from the Cowboys.com, and the top of that list, of course, according to the Cowboys.com, is Noah Brown, but this is no particular order, by the way, Cowboy Nation. And of course, Dontario Drummond, Simi Fehoko. Now they need to update their roster, their depth chart, because they still have some guys that's no longer a part of this team on that outlook there. So they need to update that. But let the Cowboys do it at their time and at their pace. Not like, I'm sitting around with $1 billion in my pocket. If I had $1 billion in my pocket, boy, the website will be dripping. You jump into the website, check out my drip, but this is the full list right here. I hope you guys can see it from this aspect of it. Let me see if I can zoom it in even bigger, But somebody is not going to make it. Somebody's going to be hearts that's broken. And my thing is, I'm looking for dogs. I'm looking for somebody that can understand cream rises to the top. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm telling them. I'm Nick Bean around here, right? But neither here nor there, Cowboy Nation. The Dallas Cowboys. I love it. My guy, Lovey, says we should carry 7 wide receivers. Oh, that's a lot of wide receivers, man. How many we carried last year? How many did we carry last year? Let's see. TJ Vasher, 6'5", yeah. What's up, Chris? Appreciate you. Hit him with the whip. Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't work for the Cowboys. But if I'm sitting on $1 billion, man, you'll be able to touch the players. You'll be able to go to pull out your smartphone. Let me touch him right quick. And it pulls up his profile, Oh, my gosh. Oh, so we can't carry 7. Jay Versus said we did carry 7. We had 6. Appreciate you, Lovey. All right, let's count them out. Let's count them out if we can right now before we get into audio. Let's count them out. All right, so I went over this before, and I said the untouchables. You might as well look at this list and say, CeeDee Lamb, he's an untouchable. He made the team, by the way. All right. And let's see who else on this thing that's untouchable. Gallup, he's untouchable. He's not going anywhere. So that's 2. Simi Fehoko, he is getting first team reps. Did you guys hear that news? Oh, Simi, can you see him there? He's getting first team reps. So Simi getting first team reps. He's off his furniture. Okay, he's off his furniture. He's not going anywhere. Let's see. So that's 3. Noah Brown. If they do it right, he would be on the bubble, right? Oh, Jalen Tolbert. That's 4. James Washington. That's 5. Right? Uh-oh. Let's get to that magic number 6. Who I'm missing out? Who am I leaving out? All right, so let's do this. Noah Brown, he'll make it possible. You know how you play in spades? How many books you got, man? I got 2 in the push, man. I got 2 in the possible. Noah Brown would be that 5th guy, that possible guy, right? Vasher is not overtaking Simi. Vasher will have to do some crazy numbers in order for that to happen, though, by the way, Who's our 6th person, though? Hands down. Who's our 6th person? They're not even on this roster yet. Is it Jaquari? Roberson, he's fast. Is it Dennis? Noah needs some milk. He's a big boy. It's somebody here, man. It's somebody here that will be the guy that we really look back at and say, all right, cool. It's one of these guys. It's one of them. It's flat out one of them. And speaking of that, CeeDee Lamb, let's pull this one up. A lot of people, as of lately, been saying, okay, this task is too big for him to be the number one wide receiver. Law, he's not ready for the task. How would you know? How would you know? I look at it like this. Is CeeDee Lamb Dez Bryant? No. Is CeeDee Lamb Michael Irvin? No. Drew Pearson? No. Debo? No. He's CeeDee Lamb. Oh, they got him in running back right here. Oh, guess how many yards he got out of this? 13 yards. You know the biggest person to hold CeeDee Lamb back was the offensive coordinator. Here goes CeeDee Lamb for 13 yards. Where was this play in the playoff, by the way? You know. Oh, my goodness, man. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, the focal point of this offense don't need to be CeeDee Lamb, of course. It need to be a situation whereas you give your explosive guys to play. Give them a chance. Give them an opportunity, Cowboy Nation. That's the reality of it. It's not who need to be number one, who need to be number two, or who need to be number three. Just go out there and play some good old football. That will be the best solution to this team. Yeah, and BD Great is spitting nothing but the facts right there. He says Debo isn't a big wide receiver. No, he runs aggressive. He runs with tenacity. He runs with furious vigor. And look at CeeDee. He just trucked over that dude. Y'all acting like CeeDee Lamb is some chopped liver over here. That's what gets me because we didn't get the results we looking for. You look at it like, look, that's the dude that they rave about on for the Eagles they got. Look how far he left that guy. Oh, the Eagles raved about him, right? CeeDee just burnt that man like toast. And this is a game winner touchdown from Dak Prescott to CeeDee Lamb. And yeah, he got flagged for this one. You know, they didn't flag the other guy that hit him after the play, but that's the story of a different day. I'm telling people that this particular team is always viewed upon and judged upon differently than any other team in the National Football League, by the way. And I'm not here to look for handouts, by the way, too. I'm not looking for that. I'm not saying that the Cowboys need handouts. I'm not. But as we look through all of the plays or what have you, of what CeeDee is able to do, catch the ball across the middle, catch the ball on the outside, have come back, line them up inside the slot. Hey, excuse me, if you use them right, you can get good production out of him. But if the Cowboys don't have that necessary resources to pull things out in a pinch because you got an offensive coordinator who's now going into his fourth year, hopefully he can pick up some things. Did that guy slip slide? Boy, he was tasting the grass. Watch how he slip and slide. Yak him. He got those Luigi's on, huh? Y'all remember Luigi's back in the day? Couldn't stop. Debo will be better running back than anyone we got. This is from Dana Jett. My thing is with Debo, shout out to him. But if we couldn't utilize Amari Cooper, who we paid $20 million to, by the way, and we couldn't figure out a way to utilize that and cross-reference with CeeDee Lamb. Look how that man choking him. Get off of him. Look at his choke. Where was the flag at? Look at the choke. He almost pulled a man's head off. But the reality of it, as much as we love Debo Samuels from the outside looking in, from those who putting in the chat, Debo, you guys would have, and they don't give that call to CeeDee Lamb, but you guys would have really been angry and upset at Debo's 12 drops plus 4, let me repeat, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 fumbles. Debo had 4 fumbles. You guys would be really angry and upset. Look at CeeDee. Go, CeeDee. They did this play too many times, by the way. Look how generic our offense is. The number 1 offense in the league, by the way. Look Look how generic that play was. And we do that play over and over and over again. You know, so it is what it is, Cowboy Nation. And I get it. I do like the skill set and what Debo is able to bring to the table. By the way, I'm not saying that he's trash or anything. He ran through us in the playoff like, you know, too many chili tacos or something. You know, he ran right through us like somebody who's allergic to milk. Right? And they had a full cup of milk. So it is what it is, Cowboy Nation. I'm not sitting out here saying that the Cowboys will not be able to utilize anything with that kid. But what I'm saying is that if we want to get far with this team, looking at this wide receiving core, you got to get back to play calling. Kellen Moore, you know, we got to talk about that, by the way. And that's the reality of it as we look over all of these plays right here by CeeDee Lamb, catching the difficult passes there and still get enough field. I don't see weakness in him, right, outside of what the media and the narrative like to be painted upon because he played for the Cowboys. If CeeDee Lamb played for any other team, they will be looking at him, oh, a bright young player. You see that play at the end? He lowered his shoulder, put some work action on him. Oh, but he's soft though. Tell that to that guy, you know. But it is what it is, Cowboy Nation. It is what it is. And we will get into more details of all of this in a few. But as we progress to give you guys about these situations that must be talked about. Give me 1 second. Why did I delete that one? Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. You can't stop a tank with no key, baby. As you guys take a look at everything that's going on, I want to call these people out right quick. They got angry. They got upset at a situation that Jerry Jones had something to say. And my thing is, Cowboy Nation, this is the reality of it. We got to understand. Hold on, let me see if I can find this thing. Hold on, not that one.
McCarthy.
Nope, not that one. Because this is the thing. You know, he don't want to re-sign for a hometown. Yeah, we go. Where did I put that doggone clip? Did I play it today? Here it is.
And I'm curious your thoughts.
Hold on with me right quick. Here we go. God dog, I should have had it already preloaded. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank everyone for being part of this episode. Here we go. God dog it. Let's talk about this. I mentioned that Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and of course Debo, shout out to Debo, they all dropped more balls than CeeDee Lamb last season, right? That's a fact, not a opinion, right? That is an absolute fact. When you look at the drops and you go line by line and then you go look at all of the tape or what have you, you will see that those boys drop more balls. Now, to also contextualize everything, Cowboy Nation, granted, their production may have been better. Now, my guy Debo Samuel's production been neck to neck with my guy CeeDee Lamb. It's been neck to neck. Hold on right quick. It's been neck to neck. But here's the thing. Here's the absolute thing with it. As I set myself, let me get all situated. Here's the absolute truth with it, Cowboy Nation. We had Amari Cooper on one end, and CeeDee Lamb supposed to have been the number 2 wide receiver. But when you look at the stats and you look at the production level and everything, you would say, okay, based off of stats, he was number 1. But, yes, he was going up against the number 2 DB. We can go back and forth talking about that, right? Versus Amari Cooper, they lining up the number 1 DB on that side of the field, which was granted, right? But when we look at everything, too, we have to say to ourselves, we don't know. It's still.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns, things we don't know that we don't know.
Right. That's just what we just don't
Simply
know.
because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist. So
this is the thing. I get it. Can CeeDee Lamb produce against the number one DB? Is J.C. Jackson a number one DB or a number two DB? Because when I look back at that Patriots tape, I did see J.C. Jackson and Lamb getting able to get separation on him and having him slipping and sliding, right? And also, when he played off, he got underneath and he was able to get some multiple yards in that game. Now, although the big plays came on Jalen Mills, that's not his fault, right? That's the Patriots' fault. But I believe in this type of situation that there's no DB in the NFC East better than J.C. Jackson. Let me know. Do anybody want to pick a fight with me on that one? Outside of Trayvon Diggs, you know. But there's no DB. None. Name me a DB that's better than J.C. Jackson. I'm looking, man.
the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence.
Oh, my gosh, man. Oh, so it wasn't no clap action done to my guy CeeDee Lamb. But here's the thing with CeeDee. Ramsey Nicholas says Ramsey question mark. I don't think he's in the NFC East. But because my mindset is this, you got to win your NFC East. You got to win your NFC East or win your division, then get to the playoff and then move on from there, right? Joshua said Eagles fans would say, Slay is better or what have you. Eagles fans are literally saying that they are better than the Cowboys. Now, and they got blown out in the last 3 games. Can you imagine? It's kind of like Tank versus Rolly. And Rolly is sitting there saying, you know what? I'm better than you, Tank. I was winning all of those rounds. But you snuck me with the hit. You guys remember that? Who watched boxing? Right? What I'm saying is, and then, of course, Brandon says JC is a Charger. You're right. Yeah, right. But he was with the Patriots, and the Patriots played against the Cowboys, and JC didn't shut down Lamb. That's all I'm saying. Now that he's going on to the Chargers, what have you, come on, That's what I'm saying. CeeDee is not number one, Johnny. I feel you.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
Things we don't know, we don't know. But it is. Rolly got knocked out. Rolly was like, hey, which one of y'all hit me? It was 2 tanks in there. That's illegal, right? But he was talking, it goes back to the Eagles fan base. They are literally Rolly. They talking all of this stuff. Oh, the Cowboys got short arms. The Cowboys are midgets. Oh, the Cowboys got too many tattoos. They can't see, I'm going to recorrect everything when we play against the Cowboys. And then all of a sudden we tell them, when we play them for the last 3 games, since they want to say what have you done lately? Now they probably will move the goalposts back a little bit further and say, what have you done in the last 5 years? But it was, what have you done lately? So last 3 games, we literally. Equals Rolly.
So,
man, the narrative is always crazy. CeeDee Lamb didn't have a mask on, nor I believe it was Gallup that was with them at that game too. But I know for sure CeeDee was with them. But, if you never want to mess around and pee off a guy with a lot of money, right? The narrative with Amari Cooper now wearing a mask and getting hurt and all of this other stuff, and Jones' family getting butthurt. Him and Aaron Rodgers did the same thing in the playoffs. Do we hear Aaron Rodgers of them going back and forth about him not getting vaxxed or what have you. Let's stop the narrative. That man have a right in the determined mind to do what he want to do. And just because Joe Blow got a shot and he didn't, don't mean that he's worse of a person or less than a person. Because he did his own independent researches about it, what have you, or research on it. So let's move on. You know, Michael was there too, yeah. So let's move on from talking about the man getting the shot, no shot, what have you, you know. Because they don't really bring that up about Aaron Rodgers. Why this dude got all of this energy about this topic, about my team? Because I could remember what I wanted to do, I had deleted it. I wanted to go all the way back when he was speaking that Amari Cooper disappear in big games. Amari Cooper drop balls or what have you. Amari Cooper. You know, the craziest thing about these talking heads is when they with the team, they nothing. As soon as they leave the team, they are elite. And I'm talking about the players with the Dallas Cowboys. That's the craziest thing. They literally will say, hey, for the guy who threw the girl on the bed of guns, you know who would give that guy an opportunity, will be a good fit? Oh, the Cowboys. And the Cowboys go out and get said guy. Oh, how dare the Cowboys pick up a thug who threw the girl on the bed of guns, who recanted her story, who disappeared after the situation all uncovered, who was found also with a talk screen, but people fail to realize with that booger sugar, you know. But that's a story of a different day. I'm not saying that dude, I'm not even going to mention his name, you know, was a saint or what have you. But dog it, if he went to the Saints, maybe that's a good situation for him. That would have been better outlook for him versus him going to the Cowboys. It always happened with the Cowboys. Hey, they're still writing articles about, hey, why is Kevin Joseph still on this team, right? Why is every 5 minutes you see an article on Twitter, why is Kevin Joseph on this team? Which I understand the sensitive nature of the reason why you asked that question. But there are multiple other people who were arrested, who witnessed things that goes right under the rug, goes sweeping right out the door. Let's listen to more of these guys as they pretty much hyping the situation for those who are out there who got kids, right? Loved ones, and they go to a new team. You show your love and adulations for that new team. You're going to literally say, hey, my son or daughter is the best. Nobody can stop my son, right? Nobody can stop my daughter. She the best. You're not finna start saying, hey, man, there's no chance and no opportunity for her to play against this other team. No. Because you're looking at it like, hey, I'm on an uplift. I'm only worried about my product that's out there on the field or my production or my offspring, basically. Amari Cooper now, believe it or not, is an enemy. He's the enemy of the star. He's on the outside, and there's no way that you should be like, I'm going to show love and praises. No, from a football mentality, hey, it's an upgrade now from what I got now out there on the field. Now, granted, it's a lot of tongue-in-cheek, but what you think he's supposed to say? Now, I would like for him to hush. We all would like that to happen, but it's not. It's not. 2018 was a long time ago, and, you know, hindsight is 2020. We win that game, we still have Jason Garrett as the coach, and we don't have CeeDee Lamb. You think of how crazy this world is. Boy, oh, boy. And it is what it is. Eagles are going to the toilet bowl. Shout out to you, Greg Berry. All right, so we got MJ, you live.
What up, Law?
Nothing to it, man. Talk to me, man.
Man, I'm just listening to you. I caught you while I was driving.
Okay.
I said, man, let me call in. I noticed, too, if CeeDee Lamb was drafted by Philly or all the other teams, he'd be all one. Every player we get, oh, no, he's not a number one. He's number two. I don't know if he'll do it. The same with Michael. Oh, this linebacker, he's going to be okay. Now, he was lucky. He ain't going to do it in the second year.
Right.
Every player we get, they talk crap about him. But then when he goes to the other team, oh, no, the Cowboys going to be in trouble now. Oh, just like the guy, our special team player. Now, even the Cowboy fans, this is how dumb y'all are.
Uh-oh.
Y'all made our special teams players, the receiver, Turner, that came from Seattle, that was cut. We picked him up. He did okay, caught 2 touchdowns. Y'all made him an all-pro. Then you made Wilson finally did good in his 3rd year all-pro. You are the dumbest fans, and you dumb announcers, y'all some, excuse my French, y'all some assholes. You do not know football. That's why I tell you, Law, there's going to be a lot of more players on the Cowboys that's going to do really good that we don't even know about. And they're going to do good. So I'm not worried. We always do good.
No doubt, MJ. I appreciate you for calling in with the passion and everything. So
Man.
You still driving, man, or where you at now? You made it to your destination?
Yeah, I'm at my destination. I pulled over. I had to talk to you.
Oh, you just pulled over to let me talk to the law, man. I love it, man.
I had to talk to the family.
Oh, my gosh, man.
Because I'm listening, like you say, they make every excuse now.
Uh-huh.
And they're killing me with CeeDee Lamb, Trevor. Now, the Philly, the Giants, everybody in the league, Kansas City will have our 2 or 3 players, the linebacker, the receiver. They'll be all pro, all world. Now they're going to be bummed.
That's why I say it's Cowboys versus in everyone. And this is the thing. Not one person. Name me, look, literally. I'm challenging everybody that's listening right now. Name me a person that they speak glowingly of. Who do they speak positive about? Nobody. I said, man, this is nobody, literally. It's like, literally no one that they speak glowingly of. Across across all media network. Nobody. Yeah. It just hit me. Go with it.
Check it out. All the offensive linemen, I'm going to let you, Cowboy fans, you might well be Philly fans. No, offensive line, sometimes they got beat. But all the other offensive line was even worse. Philly offensive line was okay. You see our defense was killing Philly. We're going to kill them again. We was rushing them, and only way they looked good because the quarterback ran for 800 yards.
Yeah,
if he don't run for 800 yards, the Cowboys got more yards than him. You guys are the biggest dummies I ever seen because y'all listen to these dumb announcers. Long, you need to have your own show, but you're going to keep it real because these some dummies. I get tired of listening to them. They cry me. Play my song. Play it for me. The cry baby.
I got you, man. I got you.
They cry.
I got you. It's way down the track.
They kill it. They are killing it, man.
Oh, my gosh, man. Say one more thing before I let you go, fam.
Man, all the Cowboy fans, you got to be patient.
Yeah.
Some people going to get cut. Some people going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter. I'm going to wait till the season start and see how, I just hope they let the young boys play now, the linemen, so they can get their butt whooped. Let their butt get whooped in the camp so they can be ready for the season. Don't try to play them when the season starts. No, let them play all year because you know Tyron Smith going to miss 2 or 3 games.
Right.
So let's do that now. Let them play.
No doubt.
Don't mess with Steele. I want Steele to be an all-pro right tackle. Leave him alone.
No doubt.
Don't mess with his mind.
Appreciate you, man, so much, man. Thank you for calling in, fam.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah.
Appreciate you, MJ, man. That's Marv, man. Oh, my gosh, man. Hey, don't take it personal. That's just his opinion. So if you have a different of opinion, call Ed. Spit your mind. Spit what you have on your cranium. But here's the thing, Cowboy Nation. I think he's speaking collectively. He's not talking to everyone, of course. But I get it. I think somebody said that 3 playoff wins in the last 27 years, blah, blah, blah. That's the reason why that they should have a right to talk bad about everyone, basically. Well, I would give you that. I'll give you that. If that's the case in a scenario, how come, and hear me out, I'm just speaking freely, how come the other team, if that's the case in a scenario, there should be 30 other teams with 5 rings or 6 rings. Why is that not the case nor the scenario? Why are we only held to that degree? And why is it always a conversation of who we are not opposed to who we really are, right? Like, they're not America's team. Well, last I checked, things that you don't do, you don't give your own self a nickname, right? So the Cowboys never gave themselves that name, someone else. So if my memory serves me correct, every other team should have at least, with minimum, 5 Super Bowl rings since we haven't done anything in the last 27 years. Is that the case? Should that be the scenario? Why aren't the other teams catching up? The only room for teams to talk are the Steelers, the Patriots. Who else? Who else need to be talking? Who else need to be talking? The 49ers, maybe, that should be the teams that need to be talking. Everybody else, like, they need to be talking amongst the people in their category, right? So that should be the situation. There's never been a statue raised to a critic, right? That's what they say out there for those who out there who's worried about this. Eagles fan have no blood. Yeah, if you are an Eagles fan, your primary goal should be not the Cowboys. You should be talking to the Washington team because they got 3. If Super Bowl is the ultimate goal, you shouldn't be, well, I guess if you want to aim for the top, you got to aim for the top, right? They should be on Washington Commanders page, and they should be talking to those people saying, hey, man, we coming. Y'all only got 2 more ahead of us. And when we match up with y'all, man, we coming, Giants. It's like they putting out there, they playing the game. Let's say they playing Street Fighter. And the first opponent who they think it should be, what's the guy name? Who's the boss of every? Is it Bison? It's crazy, right? Like that should be your first. No, you got to fight the other people first before you get to the boss. What's his last name? What was the Street Fighter opponent name? The boss, the guy that you get all the way to the end. God dog, I forgot his name. They want to put the game in and say, okay, we're going to skip all the way to the end. No, you got to go through and fight through the gauntlet. Oh, my gosh, man. I got my guy, man, VIP, you live.
Lawrence, VIP, baby.
What's good with you, man? Bison, yeah, it's Bison. Bison was there. Yeah, he's the boss, so you got to wait.
That's what I was about to say, Yep, that was him. And that brings me to a different analogy, the old Mike Tyson. I quote Mike Tyson, everybody got a plan till they get punched in the face.
Yep.
And I think that's our OC's problem. He's got a plan until he get punched in the face.
Big facts.
He doesn't know how to counterpunch.
Yep.
Not to bring it to boxing law, but he has to learn how to jab, stick and move, get some Ali. You know what I mean?
Right.
He got to rope a jump. He got to do something, Law.
Yeah.
Because what I want and what I encourage our Cowboy Nation to have is a little foresight. Right. If you don't know what foresight is, people, look it up.
Yeah.
I want 2 1,000-yard running backs, Law. I think that's the recipe to the bowl.
2 of them. Well, we were
If we
close
can
last
get-
year. You know, we were close last year, but, you know. But go with
What do you- I know that's a dream, Law.
Yeah, you go with your thoughts on it. Mm-hmm.
I know it's a dream because our OC would never stick with the run.
Right.
But I think after the beating he took off season, everybody looks in the mirror during the off season. Whether you're an OC, you're a player, we all go into that next season like, okay, I'm going to critique myself. At least the real ones do.
Right.
How can I get better?
Big
And that's
facts.
how he can get better. It's with the balance and learning how to counterpunch. I don't think he comes out of the locker room after the second half prepared for what other coaches do to us.
Yeah.
And I've learned that in all of our losses, I went and watched them. He didn't come back in that second half. Our players tried to play through it,
Yeah.
but he didn't have that game plan set for a counterpunch.
Right.
Am I wrong? Am I seeing things?
No, you're right. And when I look at everything, I was just combing through some tape. The creativity aspect of it was in the first half of the season, right? They put
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb at halfback. They motioned CeeDee Lamb on the edge. They utilized the middle of the field with the twin set tight ends. And I think what happened, it's just like he lost his brain after the Patriots game. He's just like, okay, that was my Super Bowl. That was my coming out party that I could utilize everything, and I don't want to show too much. When the reality, you're supposed to look at this thing and say, hey, I'm going to keep doing it until they stop it. And when they stop it, I'm going to do the same thing with different variations till they stop that. But he tend to be a shell of himself, and that's the offensive coordinator.
That's right. You hit it on the head right there, Law. But I think, like I said, with this offseason, McCarthy's head on the chop block, McCarthy's got to have his head. He was in the offseason going to Ole Miss. I need you in the OC room when he's cooking up our game plan for this week. And I need your stamp of approval or non-approval. That's what I need out of Big Mike this year.
Yeah.
I need Mike. I don't want to see just holding that chart. I want to see some alteration. All right, OC, I'm telling you, all right, I'm just going to have to take this over. Or I'm going to need our four, to start saying, you know what, I know you called this, man, but look, bro, I'm out here. I see what's going to work, and you just going to have to be mad at me because I'm going to change this player. Fellas, we doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So I think either one of those two have to happen for us to get over that hump. I'm not worried about Philly. Man, Philly, bro, y'all dudes, man, I'm not even going to waste my breath on y'all, bro. We scraped y'all last year. We literally scraped the plate with y'all. And they still, I must have shared that 500 times, Lord. I love my boy on this. You shared your boy crying with the Eagles hat. Oh, man, the lady was like, can you flap it one more time for me?
And she said, can you flap it? Oh, my gosh, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, my
But
gosh.
I do know, Lord, what we're dealing with as Cowboys fans is we have a lot of 80% of our Cowboy Nation feel entitled to win. Like
Right.
entitled to win the bowl. They don't want to go through the off season. They don't want to go through the rigorous of the season. They just want to go to not only want to go to the playoffs. They just want the bowl. And that's it.
Right. That's the hardest thing
as
to
these young
do.
players,
Mhm.
we have to get there. We have to get. I know we have the talent in certain places to get there. I think if our OC can get over that mental block that he fell in,
Right.
I really believe with DC, with our DQ, with Dan Quinn, man, bro. Because I know Dan is cooking up some. I advise people now. I already warned y'all about my day one Bell. I predicted Bell would be a playmaker, but watch the kid. Well, I'm telling you, watch 54 out there. This kid, Sam I Am. That's what I'm calling him. I really think Sam I Am is going to be the perfect counterpunch to R11, to Micah.
Yeah.
Because you can't run away. You got 4-3 on one side, 4-4 on one side. Where are you going? And I saw Gallimator, or whatever you call him, the Man, this dude Gallimore put on some beat.
Gallimore, yeah.
Woo! Woo! He put on some beat, and it looked like all muscle. So I am so hyped that our offense is going to get more opportunities because of what our D coordinator is going to give us. You know, and I really put, like, if we think that our boy Diggs had epiphany, it's never going to happen again. No. Diggs, if you study Diggs, he studies routes. As a cornerback, I was a former cornerback. I played both sides, wide receiver and cornerback. So I know to study routes, that's different. That's some Dion. That's type different. He studies routes. So that's why when you guys think he's out of place, no, he's jumping routes.
No doubt, man. And when you can do that, then we got to understand, too, that was his second year, right? And not the third year. And what we're seeing now is this was Lamb's second year. Not his fifth or sixth year. This was his second year. And people will finally realize down the line, you know, it's not about the individual players. It's how these guys can uniquely roll together and grow together. And it will be a good situation for us all, VIP. What else you have for the show before I let you go?
There it is. And my last point of emphasis is this. If we can find that fine balance on offense, it will help our defense. We don't know that. Running helps your defense stay fresh. So if we can just keep that mindset, Laura, that's all we need. We're going to have a lot of special team athletes with all of these undrafted players that we picked. We got some athletes undrafted. And I other than Bell, I just want one more guy to step through from our undrafted players. Right. And I really think I really want we need a punt returner, Lord. That's what's on my mind right now. Is I don't want CeeDee out there no more. We can't. You're not putting your number one as your punt returner.
Right. Well, true.
So who's filling that void, Lord?
Oh man, you got some guys, man. Dontario Drummond, he can do it. Jaquari Roberson. It's somebody, man, that we don't know right now that's going to get some reps out there at that spot. It could be Ty Fogel. You know, it could be somebody that they're going to put out there to get some punt return action for us.
And I don't want to see 20 on special teams anymore. You want to utilize them, put them in the game plan. I mean, I love him for the kid, but bro, no. If you want to utilize his talent in the open field, create him in the game plan in the open field.
No doubt.
Stop putting him on the kick return, bro. Like 20 is bigger than that now. I think he earned more stripes to still be on a. You know, I used to love doing the kick return and that. That's because when you're an athlete, you want to be that one. But man, 20 is I think he's on a different level. We have to utilize our athletes better.
No doubt.
That's the only thing we lost last year. I don't think we really got.
No doubt. Appreciate you, bro. Right? I appreciate you, bro. I gotta let you go, man. But I appreciate you, fam.
It is,
no doubt. Let me hear it one time before you roll, man.
You already know. How about them Cowboys? Let's roll, boys. Let's get it.
It's a good call from him, man. VIP. Really good call from him all the way, man. Cowboy Nation. That was the one play that CeeDee Lamb was able to do, and this was called back, by the way, because of a hold from Connor Williams, a 33-yard pass against the 49ers, and this was his only catch on the 49ers. It was a little swing route right there, a little flag there. So shout out to the people who looking at CeeDee Lamb and saying to themselves, hey, is it possible? Is it possible? Can he be the number one? And like I said on my Instagram page, it's not that you want him to be the number one. Just utilize him. Get him out in space. Figure out a way. The aggressive, the toughness, it's there. Look, but how many times we gonna do that same play over and over again? Get more creative, right? Use the same play but with different variations of looks. And then that, my friend, is a way that you can utilize this thing to have a better outcome. From the 3-3-4, you're live.
Right.
What's good, man? You live on the Nation.
What's up, Law, man? I just had a couple words, man.
Nothing to it, man.
How about
Talk to
the
me.
Cowboys, man?
All day, fam. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. I want to agree with the dude that made the last call, man. Man, we got to have the right game plan going in, man.
Right, you do.
Like Mike McCarthy, man, if he don't take over on the game plan, man, he got to be in that same room, man, to make these calls, bro. Because, man, we got two. Just like last year, man, we had so many weapons, bro. And I was like, bro, like, I kind of got mad because I felt like last year was our window. But we still got playmakers, man. We got toys out there. Man, we got to make better plays, man.
We do have to make better plays. I think that Mike McCarthy is wise and smart enough to know what was the writing on the wall with his time here in Dallas. So he knew that if he was to intervene, right, that would give away all of his power. He would shun and show up the offensive coordinator, right? And what will be the point of keeping the offensive coordinator if he step in, right? And we've seen this before. I think Mike McCarthy been around the league for a long time, and the Jones family couldn't pull a smooth one on him, and that's why he didn't. That's why he didn't intervene. The Jones family had to realize this is who they got as the offensive coordinator, and can he make it absolutely by himself? And that is the reason why probably no other teams picked up Kellen Moore as the head coach.
Yeah. That's the thing. I was just like, I don't understand. Why would you take a Cowboys job, bro? And you know what I'm saying? You can't stand in the heat, bro, because, bro, we can't win. We can't go to the bowl. We can't go to Super Bowl, man, if we gonna be scared about the Joneses, man. Like, why you take that? Right? That's why we fail. That's why our coaches fail. Ever since Jimmy, man.
Yep.
That's why our coaches fail, man, because ain't nobody gonna stand up, man. If you want to win. We got you got to let me do my thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't move. We can't have nobody to be scared, bro. We got to, man. Hey, man, I'm tired of losing. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, man. I absolutely feel you. But you asked why did he take that? He took that job. Well, $4 million a year. You know, Mike McCarthy, he was sitting on the couch eating his oodles and noodles, and you got a situation where he can make $4 million a year, coaching a branded team like the America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. So he said, yeah, dog, I ain't making $4 million sitting on the couch. So that's why he took that job. Would you coach the Cowboys for $4 million?
Man, he'd have got $4 million at Jacksonville. He could have been on the couch.
But you know, Jacksonville. Remember this. You know, he was sitting on the couch, and I don't think that no other team was looking at Mike McCarthy like that. You know, so somebody, you know, the Cowboys gave him a phone call, or he put his name in a hat, and his name was pulled, and he was like, "Shoot, yeah, I can coach this team. You know, I can watch all the plays you want me to watch. Oh, by the way, that dude over there, Kellen Moore, I saw every play that he did, and these are the things that he need to do better. But I'm going to hire him as the offensive coordinator." I don't think that conversation ever happened. You know what happened? You know what happened, though, fam? You know what happened, though, right?
What's that?
We'll give you the job, but you got to take our boy. You got to take my son. My son is really good. He said, "Are you sure?" You know, he said, "Yeah, you got to take my son." And they said, he said, "All right, for $4 million, yeah, I'll take the job, man. I'll keep your son."
I would have did it too as in a verbal agreement. But as soon as we hit the field, hey, these my players now. You know what I'm saying? That's what Jimmy did, man. Jimmy didn't, man. I'm pretty sure Jimmy said the same thing. Jimmy was ready to say, "Yeah, I'll do what you say." But yeah, well, no, in the back of his mind, Jimmy was like, "Man, I don't care what you gonna say. This is my team." You know what I'm saying?
But they had a different set of rules, man. Jimmy, when he came to the team, he was saying, "Look, I'm gonna handle the players and the general manager aspect of it, the psychology. That's all gonna be me." And for the first 5 years, it was wonderful. But then when it's time to give out credit, Jerry was like, "Look, hey, I was the one who helped you out with this guy. I was the one that did the negotiation." Where's my credit? And
Right.
that's the hardest thing in a group is trying to figure out who's going to get credit.
Last thing, Law, man. I just feel like, man, we're so close. Defense is right there, man.
Yeah,
we got
right
some
there.
horses on defense, man. We just got a little tweak and offense, man. We're beat up. And I ain't just saying just the Super Bowl, man, but that's where we shooting for. But we gotta just tweak this offense a little bit, man. But shout out, man, to Law, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, man. Shout out to you, fam. Yeah. From Dothan, Alabama, man. I was down there before. They got a base out there, man. Shout out to Dothan, Alabama. My God, man. You guys know how this thing goes. That's just the way the Cowboys roll. And Kellen Moore, let me see what his contract is since I looked up old boy's contract. And let me see what Kellen Moore's salary, because it is what it is. So let's see, Kellen Moore. Not to count the man's money, you know. Ain't no way. They be lying to us, man. Ain't no way. It can't be his coaching salary. Shoot, $72,000. There's people. Ain't no way. Hold on. Y'all bear with me. Ain't no way. They lying. They lying. They lying. Let me see. Ain't no way in the world that's his salary. That boy, ain't no way that's his salary, y'all. Let's see. $72,000 a year. That would be, I don't know, man. You guys find out what his salary is. You know, $72,000 is really low to be an offensive coordinator. Shoot, that's really low right there. 769. What's on your mind?
What up, Law? This your boy Jeremy. I'm out of, just got worried about the offense, man.
Right.
Trying to figure out what we gonna do this year, man. We've been struggling with our identity for like the last 2 or 3 years. I don't know, we transitioning to Dak being the main guy, and Zeke kind of, you know, playing a little lesser role, but I'm just trying to figure out what it's going to look like this year. I know they brought somebody in on the coaching staff. I'm not sure what his name was, but I'm trying to figure out how all this supposed to fit together.
Man, you know, far as Dak being the focal point, I think he's been the focal point since 2018. The offense been trying to gear itself and terraforming over to Dak Prescott, juxtaposed to being a running team or what have you. And far as Ezekiel Elliott, I think the world of Ezekiel Elliott. I think that the Cowboys need to utilize both backs. I would love to see a fresher back in the playoff for Ezekiel Elliott. The last time we won a playoff game, I think Ezekiel Elliott ran for 125 yards, something like that, with a touchdown or so. So I want to get back to that balanced approach. 25 is the magical number. But that's just me wishing, right? I can't get into the head of Kellen Moore. I'm way in my studio in Dallas. You know, I wish that I can get into his mind and say, hey, man, let's get back to power football, or at least finesse as it relates to, like, being able to throw out of the 12 personnel and finesse them a little bit. Yeah. You know, get funky with it. Let's get to it's Mr. Nasty time, you know.
It's Mr. Nasty time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get a little down and dirty, man. Cause
we do.
That stuff, you know, that finesse, it works, you know, against certain teams, but when it comes to them head busters, you got to be ready.
Yeah, and I'm not saying finesse as in finesse, but finesse them. You know what I mean? Finesse those boys. You know, play. I want to see us set teams up, right? I want to make sure that, like, when they are in quarters defense, that's okay, cool. You know, you try to take away the pass. Now it's going to pick your poison. I'm not going to say the K word. We're going to get them. You know, we're going to get them with the run underneath. And we're going to get them with our guys that can make yak action, you know, with short passes underneath, and they can get upfield. That's the way this team can benefit from that. And I hope that Jalen Tolbert can be that type of kid. And by Simi Fehoko, regardless of what people say, he's still a 4-3 guy. I get it. People want to tag along and say he's soft or what have you, but give him an opportunity to showcase his talent.
Yeah, because he didn't get no playing time last year, I don't think.
None. None.
See.
The Steelers game, he had like one catch, and it was pretty good, but he had a nice block on the edge, and I was watching his off-ball production and seeing whether or not this kid got it, for what he did out there in Stanford. And I was like, okay, all right. He got a little something to him, and I just can't wait to see how it's going to manifest itself into his second year.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, man, because I know, we had a lot of shifting around with the wide receivers this upcoming year, so it's going to be interesting to see how they utilize everybody.
No doubt, fam. What else you got for the show, fam?
That was my main concern, man. Hopefully they shore up their offensive line, make sure, like I said, get back to smash mouth football, running it. We struggle with that center position. I'm not sure what they're going to do with that. If they're going to keep the same guy, Biotis as the center, or they trying to find somebody to replace him.
I think that Biotis, he's got first-team reps. And Biotis is a little bigger now. From the people that I've spoken with, Biotis, he's flexible. He's a little bit bigger. We will see whether or not they make it an honest tryout situation as far as Alex Landstrom and Matt Farniok and all of those other guys. We will see, but it's really Tyler Biotis' job to lose versus his job to win it.
Okay.
So he got that spot.
Okay, so they pretty much gonna ride with him.
They gonna ride with him, man, unless injury come about. And look, I was banging on the table saying, "Bring back Joe Looney,"
Yeah.
Bring back Jumbo Joe, man, and that was the only reason because he had experience. He was that old broom that can get the corners, and it is what it is with Tyler Biotis. But they went and kept the youth, and they didn't even pick up a phone to pick up give a conversation for Joe Looney. So I was like, okay, cool. Trial by fire.
Yeah, I like old Looney too, man. He did his thing, man.
He did, man. Shoot. we won a playoff game with Big Joe.
Yeah.
Better realize that. But I appreciate you, fam, for calling in.
I appreciate you.
Most definitely, man. Good call from him, man. From Jackson, Mississippi. I love seeing that number down there. All right. And you guys get what I'm saying. Yeah, you got to get past those growing pains. Who said this good word? Jay Lombardi. Yeah, you got to get past those growing pains. Shout out to you, King. Tyler is the center. Yep. And here's my thoughts. Shout out to you, Rob Vance. I'm going to give you a situation, but let me get the 909. What's on your mind?
Hello?
Yeah, what's good? Talk to me, man.
What's up, Law, man?
Into it.
Man, I just want to say, Cowboy Nation, I just don't understand why. Okay, Law, tell me. Didn't Dak have the same numbers as Aaron Rodgers last year?
The carbon copy. Carbon copy, same numbers as Aaron, and as well as similar numbers as Pat Mahomes.
It was nothing different. Right? It was just one less. Dak had a couple more interceptions. That was just it, though.
Right.
But the thing about it is, when Carson Wentz was in that situation, they praised him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Carson Wentz is a caliber quarterback. Dak's don't get no love in this world.
He don't.
He don't get no love. And the clear eyes can see that Dak is a top 5 player. Top 5 I think he's a top 5 quarterback. Sometimes it's not his fault that our OC messes up.
Yeah. It's crazy because I wish I would have seen someone else with a third year ever calling plays as an offensive coordinator. And I know that sounds like bevies of excuses, but that's the reality. Kellen Moore, pretty much third year ever calling plays last year.
I know. I feel you. But and then here's another thing. A couple of games that we lost was by our kicker, wasn't it?
3 games. The kicker. The 3 games. The kicker said, "Hey, I was the reason." That was from his mouth.
It was our kicker, right?
Well, that's what he said. If you make the kicks, we win the games.
I honestly think this. Our defense. I don't think we ever had a defense that's this good. Now that our defense has caught up with our offense, I believe we might actually, I believe it. If we win 2 playoff games, I think they'll give Dak a lot more praises. It's just that he only won 1 playoff game or so. But, and here's another thing. We lost to the San Francisco 49ers.
Yep.
Didn't the MVP of this year lose to them too?
Big facts. Yep.
In the first round of his playoffs?
Yep, first round.
They don't talk about that.
That Super Bowl, man. Look, 13 more years of praises, Shoot, 13 years ago, but you win a Super Bowl.
Why is Dak so important to be talked about?
America's team, man. You know how it goes.
Right. No, man, it's just funny to me, man. But Zach is doing this thing, man. He killing the haters. I ain't going. They can say whatever they want to say. He is killing the haters. He is making his money. I mean, money's gonna be more than what he's getting now, anyways.
No doubt, man. No doubt, man. And it is what it is at this point. With that, money is money. But what else you got for the show, fam?
I just want to say this. CD is cool,
Right.
He did drop a lot of passes this year.
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny that.
Right.
But, he's not even fully developed. You know what I mean? He can still do his thing. So you can't. I think sometimes as Cowboy fans, we just expect the unexpected so fast. You know what I mean? Everybody just don't turn out great as soon as they come. It takes time. But I believe CD is going to be good. I believe Dalton Schultz is going to be good. I just, like I said, if our O-line stand up, who's going to stop us? Nobody in the NFC East.
Right. Shoot, the O-line is what we need, man. And we was 23rd. We was 23rd in pass blocking as relates to the offensive line. We got to get better in that.
That's the only thing I feel like. That's the only thing that's the only thing that stopped us last year was our offensive line. Everybody knows that. So I mean, how is the Eagles' couple players added to their roster better than the Cowboys? Because we lost a couple players, but we were still the number 1 offense. After our offensive line was still that garbage.
Big facts on that one, man. I'm looking at this big play on the Eagles. They play that cover zone defense. And that's cool, but they give up big yards on the rush, big yards underneath. So it's going to be rough for them. Even if their guys can say that they're going to get more sacks because of the name of the players, they got to figure out ways to blitz, and the Eagles refuses to blitz. But it's a whole other story. Go ahead.
Who's going to be our second? Who's going to be our good? We had Amari and CeeDee last year. Who's going to be our next 2 combo like that, though? I really don't see it.
Jalen Tolbert and CeeDee. That's going to be the situation. But I appreciate you for calling in, fam. I thank you so much, man.
All right, Lala. All right.
Good call from you, man, from 909. That's a good call from him, man. This the area of the unknown. James Washington, his highest catch total was 44, right? And he was on the boot just last week. And on top of that, Simi Fehoko, we never seen him out there on the field, right? And CeeDee Lamb, who had, I believe, 79 receptions last year or somewhere along those numbers, just over 1,000 yards, right? 6 touchdowns, and he will be your leading wide receiver. But we'll find out, Cowboy Nation, and I love it when it's like this, the area of the unknown. Rob, what's good? You live?
What's going on, Law?
Nothing much, just chilling.
Hey, man, I want you to know you let baby sit all over my couch, man. When you did that with the Eagles and throwed your hands up there, I was getting a drink of water. I spit everywhere. When you did the salute in the little music. So Eagle fans, they don't know why. Hey, I seen an Eagle content creator show Big Jordan Davis hitting a sled, and man, I'm talking about pumped. He was excited. What? Because he was hitting a sled. What that got to do with it? That sled don't hit back.
Yeah, the sled don't hit back, man. And I look at it like this: they have every right to talk glowingly about their players, right? Like we talk glowingly about ours, right? And like I said, that paper, man, it don't sack nobody. It don't create turnovers. It's just a sheet of paper. And the same energy. One thing I can tell you about the Eagles, they do keep the same energy. I like it. They had the same energy last year. You remember, they had put on T-shirts, beat Dallas. You know, we minding our own business. We taking care of business. We were still angry and upset about the first game, right, against the Buccaneers, right? Yeah. So we were just minding our own business, and here they coach go with a beat Dallas shirt, and where are those shirts, by the way? You know, you can't find a shirt that said beat Dallas.
They back at the high school locker room where they need to be.
So if the Eagles fans are so – look, I tell you what, I'll raise them. If they are so comfortable and so confident about their team beating Dallas, well, wear the shirts. Pull out the shirts then. Go reach into the trash can and pull out the shirt and wear them. Put them on social media. Tell your coach, hey, if they so confident about beating Dallas, tell the Eagles coach, wear that shirt again. Tell the content creators to wear that shirt again.
You know what they did with him though? They sent him to the dude with the eagle on his hat.
They sent him over to Monty.
Okay. Yes, sir. It's him.
You crazy.
Hey.
No.
I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan.
Right.
I've been a fan ever since I was in grade school with Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah.
I got all their games on my DVR.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you that number 95.
Yeah.
Was a better lineman than Jordan Davis.
Oh, you Wyatt?
The best lineman, best lineman didn't even come out this year.
What was his name?
I know Dallas will never be able to get him, but when I tell you that boy a specimen, that boy they're gonna be out. He's gonna go in the first round. I know he is. Then they got another big dude, man. He coming on. Okay. But Jordan Davis, I tell you what. The Cowboys gonna get him when they run that during hurry up offense. He can't last long, even with Georgia, man. Whenever they got a team that run a fast pace, you'll see him. He'll give up on plays, man, cause he be tired. That's when the defensive coordinator been playing, but 2 downs and try to put him out.
Yeah.
Now when he coming up fresh,
he good.
He good.
Yeah, he good.
But you when he get winded, I tell you what, go back and look. Let me see what game that was.
Look. Don't tell him. Don't talk too much. The Eagles fans gonna fool around and watch that tape. You know, a third of the fan base they were only hyped because we were hyped about them. You know, they didn't watch a lot of tape. They watching me.
We wanted it.
they only happy because we won.
Hey, that man was looking at the Dallas Cowboy. Content creators say, hey, Davis the best one.
Don't know what to do with it once they get it. You know. Yeah, they don't watch no film over there. They fool around and see. They be watching Cowboys content. They be like, okay, Cowboys wanted him, so he must be a daggone good player.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, but you got to get the other side of it because look, to be honest, man, none of this mean a hill of beans. We can have the exact same team, but if we have Rod Marinelli, you know what I'm saying? We'll be still in the mess that we are in. People fail to realize it's Dan Quinn. Now, I would be worried if the Eagles had Dan Quinn as their defensive coordinator. They got Jonathan Gannon as their defensive coordinator, who's going to be dropping those boys. You know, they look at Hassan Reddick and they looking at the stats. They're looking at the sheets of paper. And Hassan Reddick was the same guy that we ran over 150 yards. We had 200 yards rushing when he played. They had the exact same makeup. Big, what was the Big Brown? They had Big Brown inside, Hassan Reddick on the outside, and we ran through them boys, them Carolina Panthers. Hassan Reddick was not to be even seen.
And then they had the number one run defense.
Yeah, so
if I ain't mistaken, didn't they have the number one run defense?
Right.
The Eagles had it when they came in here. We let them get to Carolina so they can bring it, so we could take it from them and get it to somebody else.
Man, you speaking too much truth, man. I can't make this stuff up. So they matching our energy, you know.
Let me get off from here with you, man. My head hurts from laughing, man.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man.
You can't have the thing to let you know, but you keep me laughing. I go back and watch some of your old tapes just to laugh, man. My wife be like, what is you in here? I said, you just don't know.
Hey, indeed,
keep man. Laugh, man.
All day. Let's go, man. Appreciate you. Oh, my God. Where's my button there? I'm looking for it. There we go. Yeah. Oh, my gosh, man. 903, you're live. 903, you're live.
Law Nation, what's up, brother?
Oh, man, all is well. I can't complain.
Hey, this Lamar, I got shanked by the butter knife. First time calling, man.
Oh, man. Hey, man, put that butter knife down, man. You got shanked by it, man. Appreciate you for the donation the other day, too, by the way. Your name is entered into the drawing. And I hope that the system pick your name up for one of these fresh hats, you know.
Oh man, you know I gotta if I win it, I'm gonna rock it just for the Law Nation, man.
Oh yeah, I got you, man. I got you. I hope you win. I'm rooting for you, man. But talk to me.
I appreciate it. All right, first off, I want to say, man, I greatly enjoyed the show yesterday when your daughter came on. Yeah. And I just want to salute to you, man, for all that you do for the nation and still have time for family. And that's a beautiful thing, and I don't think enough of us men get enough credit for all that we do outside of what people don't see. It was emotional for me because my oldest daughter just graduated high school.
Ooh, I'm trying to catch up with you, man. Ooh.
Yeah, she got a academic and athletic scholarship to Alabama State University.
Oh my goodness, man! Congratulations on that, man.
Man, I don't. It wasn't me. It was just the God in me and the God that's in her. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do nothing but just put her on the right path and make sure she had a good system around her in the village that she had. More credit to her mama than me, man. I can't say that enough.
Most certainly, man. So I know how the ladies, man. I bet you she asked you 1,000 questions. You know, why this, why this? I said, Lord Jesus. But yeah,
you're right. And see, one thing I can tell you, I got 3 daughters. I don't know how many daughters you got, but I got 3 daughters. And one thing my mom told me when I was young that she wished her father would have done was had an honest and open conversation with her.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna pass that knowledge on to you. Yeah. The best thing that happened with me and my 3 girls, we have an open line of communication about everything, man. No matter what the topic is, have an open and honest communication. And sometimes, Lo, You're going to have to put that father out just to get that trust. You know what I mean? There's going to be some conversations you don't want to hear. But that's a story for a different day. That's a story for
Please
a different day.
tell me that on another day.
Yeah, let's talk to this. Yeah, we're going to talk to those Cowboys. All right, what I got, man, like, I just want us as fans and to put realistic expectations on our football team.
Yeah.
Okay? Stop listening to the media. Stop listening to all these other fans. We don't give a dog crap about that ugly green in Philadelphia. We don't give a crap about that.
Right.
That ain't got nothing to do with us. That ain't got nothing to do with that. What we got to focus on is what's making us better. And we got to put the blame where the blame needs to go, and we got to give credit where credit needs to go.
Big facts.
Okay? Dak Prescott is Dak Prescott.
Right.
I'm all in on Dak. I don't care what nobody say. I'm all in on Dak.
That's good.
But the problem with the way Dak is just like everybody else. They can improve in some areas.
Right.
Okay,
right.
But guess what? Dak's been in the league 7 years, and every year he's improved in the areas that he lacked in last year. So y'all give him time, give him credit, give him his patience, and just wait till the season goes. I mean, last season, what was we talking about last season? We didn't know what our defense was going to be. We didn't know what our offense was going to be. We didn't know none of that last season. And then when the first game out against Tampa Bay, everybody was like, oh, my God, did you see the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah. They definitely changed the tune. Even the critics, the pundits was like, you know what? Much respect for the Cowboys. We got some respect from them.
Right, and what did they talk about? The moral victories? Yeah, it was a moral victory, but we didn't care about that.
We didn't care.
But at the same time, I wanted to say 3 years can change a lot in a person.
Yeah.
Or in a team.
Yeah.
3 years ago at this time, we was asking what Jason Garrett was going to do. 3 years? That was just 3 years ago.
Yep.
Just 3 years ago. It wasn't that long. So we as a fan base got to understand that it's going to take some time for us to get where we need to go. I mean, like you always say, Kellen Moore is just now going to be a senior in high school as a play caller, or college. He only been doing it for 3 years. He got to get his mindset. But the best thing for him is that he's going into his second year with Mike McCarthy. Don't look at it as a bad. Look at it as a plus. That's somebody else that can mold him away from the Scott Linehan tree. You know what I mean? He can get him some pointers and ideas. He might not, grab a hold to him and say, do it this way, but he might let him fail and say, see, this is why I wanted you to do it different way, but I let you go through it so you can realize that it wasn't going to work.
And that's the worst thing. That's the worst thing for us because we are so anxious, right? We want it now. We want the ice cream, the cake, and everything. We want it now.
You right, Law. You right. We all want it now. But at the same time, when we want something now, we don't even take the time to think about the people that's preparing what we want right now.
Ooh, that's too deep for these people today, man. Come on with it.
Man, I mean, you got to think, like, what, when y'all talk on the final word, most of the time y'all talking about is, allowing the chef to cook.
Right.
Right? Many times y'all have talked about allowing the chef to cook, who's the chef, who's the groceries, who's buying the groceries and all that. Ain't nobody spoke about the time that it took for that chef to go pick out those groceries, to make sure he got the right ingredients, to make sure that he's doing all that before he prepares the dinner. We got to give these people time. Yes, we Cowboy fans, we expect the Super Bowl every year. I wouldn't change it for the world. But at the same time, like I said in the beginning, we got to have realistic expectations and understand that it is a process. If the Super Bowl was easy, one team would win it every year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. One team would win it every year if it was that easy. Or I better yet, in the case of in all the studies that Law Nation did, Aaron Rodgers would win it every year.
Yep, he would have 14.
You know what I'm saying?
He have 14 Super Bowls at least at minimum. He should have 14.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But yet, as soon as they talk about Dak Prescott, no, he ain't the same. He ain't nowhere near close. Well, people, you got to understand. No, he's not nowhere close when it comes to arm talent.
No way.
That's only different.
Right.
That is the only difference between Aaron Rodgers, Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Dak Prescott. That is the only difference, the arm talent. Don't slip. Dak got a big arm, and he can throw it. He just can't do it as fluently as those other guys.
Right.
And in my closing log, all I was saying with the 3 years, Tyler Biadasz is going into his third year. Give him time. CeeDee Lamb is going into his third year. Give him time. Trayvon Diggs is going into his third year, which is really, if you want to be technical with Trayvon Diggs, is really, he ain't been playing corner that long. So y'all just miss me with that. He still got a long way to go before he got to learn some more. So, so just, man, look, listen to the All Nation. Support the Cowboys, support the channel, man, and understand, man, I can't wait to see y'all on the final word tonight. I know y'all going to bring it, and, man, look, we going to see. While we going to see. There ain't nothing else we can do but wait and see, because guess what? We all fans. We not there.
Right.
We not there to see what's going on. I think you said it a couple callers ago. You said, man, I wish I could be over there and talk to Kellen Moore and let him know what I'm thinking. We don't know.
We don't know.
Yes, we don't know at all. Man, what's the Samuel L. Jackson you got? We are unknown, known, or something like that.
Yeah, you already know.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
There you go.
Exactly, man. But salute to you, my guy. I appreciate everything you do for the nation, man. I know you hear it a lot, but it's just not enough, man. Every time I see Law Nation on my phone, I turn it on while I'm working. We appreciate you, man, and I just want to tell you, hey, man, just from listening to you, you my OG, you my big brother, and I love you, bro. And I appreciate everything you do for the nation and everybody else with the other YouTube content. And just please, man, as long as you're willing, as long as God allow you to, man, just keep blessing us with your presence every day, man. I appreciate it, brother. I'll talk to you another time.
Appreciate you, man. That's a good call from him, man. He about to make me shed a tear. Lamar, I got shaked by the butter knife. That's my brother, man. That's my guy right there, man. Oh, my goodness, man. And, 662, you was going to be next. But, all right, so I think I can start wrapping this show up. Let's pull the plug and start rolling this thing around and putting this thing together.
So you understand the words I'm saying to you?
Yeah. Y'all know what I'm saying, right? But this was a beautiful show. Akeem says, Law, 27 years, no cake and ice cream. But man, since you're a biblical person, there's people who wandered in the wilderness for 40 years and didn't lose sight, right? Still was able to say, hey, and I'm not saying that it's going to be 40 years of us wandering around in the desert. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, nor be the case, nor the scenario. But if it takes it 40 years, I refuse to root for another team. I refuse to go for another situation to say, you know what? I denounce my Cowboys. No. I'm still rooting for my team. Come hell and high water, I'm rooting for them. Let Uncle Charles be the last person on this call. What's good, Uncle Charles?
What's going on, Law? How you doing, bro?
Nothing to it, man. I'm just chilling. Talk to me, man.
Man, just sitting up here watching cops. What you gonna do when they come for you?
Bad boys. Let
me ask you something, Law. You're an expert at this thing. Mm-hmm. What do you think as of now what we missing on offense? Is we missing another piece on offense, whether it be a wide receiver or another offensive tackle, offensive guard? What do you think we missing on offense, or we're not missing anything?
Man, discipline. This team had 14 penalties last year in the playoff, and if we can stop and cut out those penalties. I had a clip of a big play by CeeDee Lamb that was wiped away. It was the 32-yard gainer. Dak Prescott finally hit him, but you look back, and it was a flag monster saying that Connor Williams holding. So we got to be more disciplined. I think that the weapons are there. Right? The people that we lost from this team on the offensive side of the coin, they didn't win any Super Bowls. So I believe that the people that we got now, we have enough weapons to be able to get things going in the right direction. And that's what we're missing, just discipline.
Mm-hmm. And I like to say to the Cowboy Nation, with this being undisciplined, it's a very scary thing. In fact, it's so scary, it's more scary than the Exorcist. And we need to we need to do an exorcism on these penalties. That's what we need to do. Let me just say this to the Cowboy Nation. Let me tell y'all something. We've been waiting a long time. And I don't want to wait so long until every lamb last with us in a damn wheelchair or gum and grits. Or which one we were waiting on. Right. But let me just say this. We're going to get to the promised land one day. I hope we do. I'm like this. I don't just hurt for me. I hurt for my brothers, or Cowboy brothers and sisters. And man, Lord, you put in a lot of work on this thing, man. Yeah. This is life's work. And at some point, this got to pay off. Right. At some point, this got to pay off. I'm going to tell you something. I see these guys on wild water sports jump off these mountains, and then, they go in the water 100 feet up, 200 feet up in the air, and all of a sudden they pop up. But put somebody up on that damn rock, them don't know what they're doing. And next thing you know, they get brained by a rock in the water. They don't come up. They don't come up. So let me just say this. Y'all be careful out there. God bless those little children, man, that got lost their life, and the people up in Buffalo. See, we need to love one another in this world, man, because, why should somebody hate somebody for the color of their skin, man? I don't get it. I don't get it. And, say something. Let me say this in closing. I seen a lady out here. She was so ugly, she didn't even know it. And then her boyfriend walked up 10 minutes later. He was ugly too. And they bought a dog, and he looked better than both of them. And you know what I'm saying is, I had a friend of mine, man. He had 2 left feet, so he wore 2 left boots. And he tried to go into Walmart. He tried to go straight, but it didn't work. And they found him on the side of the building running into it. Everybody got problems. Everybody got problems. And that's all I got to say. Go Cowboys. Go Cowboys. I love my Cowboy brothers and sisters, and I love you too, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Uncle Charles, man. My love to you, man. It's my guy, man. That's Uncle Charles, man. Yeah, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And let me close out all of this. Cowboy Nation. Uncle Charles was right on the money with it. And his partner with the 2 left feet, he saw him. He kept running into the wall. Somebody need to help him. Somebody need to do something for him, man. Maybe do some type of surgery for that guy. But a lot of times people look at this thing and think the way we live life is easy. Success is not for the weak. It's not. And there are a lot of pain that goes through success, right? Blood, sweat, and tears. There's a lot of it that goes through it. I recall when you see the picture of a shepherd with the sheep on his back. They say, "Oh, look at the wonderful shepherd who's carrying the sheep on his back. He must really care for that sheep." But when they realized, for those who stayed out there in the wilderness, for those who herded sheep before, the reason why he broke the legs of the sheep for not listening, that's the reason why he's carrying the sheep. Not just because he loved the sheep, because he's teaching the sheep. That sheep got 2 broken legs, baby. And a lot of people look at it, whereas he didn't do no harm. So sometimes you go through pain. Sometimes you go through trials and tribulations because you're learning something. And yes, it's been 27 years. But look how we are admired by so many other teams who won it recently. And they are here listening to us. Right? They want to know, why do we continue to praise this team, support this team, buy merch, listening in every single year, when the opportunity, no one feet is held to the fire. The opportunity is right there for them to go root for a whole nother team. It's right there. It's free. But we are still here rooting for this team. There's other teams out there. Other teams that you can go out there and be a part of. But they still here. Right? And it's one love right there, baby. Cowboy Nation, that's just how it is. So, with that being said, you know, I was taking my daughter out for her graduation, and she wanted to wear her sandals. But where I was taking her, Cowboy Nation, and everyone that's listening, required socks so she can play in the jump area. Required socks. And I said, baby, Daddy gonna take you somewhere special. But you gotta take those sandals off and put on your socks. And she got angry, frustrated, was mad. No, Daddy, I wanna wear my sandals. I said, baby, where I'm taking you, you gonna want these socks. No, I don't wanna wear socks, Daddy. Why was she angry? Why was she upset? Because she couldn't see what I had in store for her, what I done already planned for her, what we was going to set out for her. So she cried when I told her, take the socks. That's a story, that's a lesson in everything that we do, Cowboy Nation. Believe it or not. Let me know if you guys are understanding what I'm saying. Why are you getting rid of Amari Cooper? So that we can elevate CeeDee Lamb. So that Jalen Tolbert can have his socks on. Where we going, Cowboy Nation? It's not what we looked like last year. Why you got rid of Connor Williams? So we can no longer have a big holding call when we throw the ball 32 yards down the field. But Law, don't you know that the guy that you got, that's all he do is keep holding. But when you look up the tape, you realize two different types of holding. Connor held because he was getting big, short arms. This guy was holding because he was too over-aggressive. Give me the over-aggressive dog. Give me that mentality. You know, all the way back in 1991, the Cowboys got beat down bad in the playoff. They lacked toughness, physicality. They were ranked the 17th in defense. For them to come out the next year, they made a few moves. Elevated from the 17th ranked defense down to the number 2 defense. One can argue in certain categories, and most was number 1. Did they do a lot of moves? No. But they did a major move with Charles Haley. And I'm not saying that the Cowboys got a Charles Haley. But it's all about the mentality, the mindset was established. And I'm trying to get the mental fortitude of toughness right now on this team. The mindset. Write this down, Cowboy Nation. I say it on all of my closings, or most of my closings. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all of the things tawny and cheap if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, plan for it, and lose all terror of your mind for it. If you will simply, just simply, go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and scarcity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold poverty or famish or fame or sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, I believe that. I do. It don't matter what everybody else is doing. They got a new car. They bought a new house. I'm glad I don't got that note. They finna move out of that house in 3 years because they can't afford it, right? So many people are fixated on what other people are doing. Pay attention to your race. Pay attention to what you got going for you. Yes, the Joes and Jimmys and everybody else down the street got a new car. I'm glad they don't got their note. Mine's paid for. Focus and concentrate on your team. Don't worry about what others are doing. Just continue to grind for your mind. Speaking of that, Cowboy Nation, that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Turn me up. Let's go. We up out, baby. One love. Peace. We up out of here. Salute. Paul said it's hard beating those refs. You ain't lying. Let's go.
Nowadays, nothing really is nice. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell them it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please. No photos. Cheese. No, please. No photos. Hit the door and the dome just whole team here might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal.
Look, if you guys here, you're watching, and you have not hit that like button, it's okay.
Different colors in my baggy light. Shame.
It's okay. It's okay. We up out of here, man. We're going to cut it a little bit short, but I appreciate you guys. Come on. Yeah. All right. One love. Appreciate y'all. We up out of here. Some important breaking news to hit. We do. I think the street lights hit him. Don't let it hit you though.
You know it's dangerous to go alone.
We answered. I talked up. I thought we had it. But it goes to show you who's the better team. And I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go Birds, fly Eagles, fly. Still Super Bowl chance for now.
Oh my gosh, man. And another one. That was breaking news, baby. Go roll your shoulders with me. Hey.
All in one. Don't let the street lights
hit you. Them street lights hit them real bad.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Could I be on? Play it too. I'll follow. Wherever you go.
Come on.
Whatever you do. Play it too.
Shout out to your Tip Mays for the 200 stars. Sing it.
If a paper crane can fly, then
Come on.
forever doesn't feel that far. So far.
Get him, CeeDee Lamb, baby.
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
The two teams, in my opinion, with the greatest rivalry as far as this city is concerned, took the field. And the team from this city, they didn't even show up. We got out-coached. We got out-physicaled. We got out-manned. We got out wanted to. We got out aggressive. You name it. Any adjective that you can come up with, the Dallas Cowboys outdid us in that area. Because if there's two games that you get up for, you get up for the damn Dallas Cowboys. The two teams, in my opinion, with the greatest rivalry as far as this city is concerned, took the field. And the team from this city, they didn't even show up. We got out-coached.
No doubt. Turn me up.
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist. So you understand the words I'm saying to you.
Because you don't know who you're going to meet.